Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Robert, and today I want to discuss Lorcana, Illumineer's Quest, Palace Heist. Oh, and I also posted a playthrough if you want to see how it plays, so I'll leave a link to that. So last year I raved about the Illumineer's Quest from Ursula, which was the first entry into this product line from Ravensburger. So if you're completely new to this is basically a product that allows you to solo Lorcana. And last year, it was one of my most played games, and it even made it to my top 50 solo war games of all time. I just love, just to give you some background, I adore soloable TCGs. And I've done a solo variant for Star Wars Destiny, and I've discussed these types of games in the past. So it's just one of my favorite niche product categories, soloable TCGs. And I was salivating for this Jafar set to come out. And I finally got to try it, and I want to tell you what I liked about it and what I didn't like so much about it. So first of all, I want to comment on how they changed how the product is packaged and presented. So here on the left, I have the original packaging from the first Illumineer's Quest. And the way that it came packaged originally is definitely a bit flimsier. It doesn't have like a conventional board game box like Palace Heist does. And this box contains some tokens, rulebooks, mat, and the game inside, and that's it. The mat was just flimsy paper, basically. But now they've packaged it in this nice box, so it's kind of like a board game almost. And it comes with this nice, thick cardboard board for Jafar's layout. And it also comes with thick cardboard tokens, as well as some deck boxes to hold the decks. The thicker cardboard tokens and the sturdy box and the deck boxes were not present last time. So this is definitely an upgrade almost across the board on the component quality, with one exception, which is the fact that there's no foil anything except a couple of cards from the two decks that are included. I'm sad that they got rid of all the foil. I raved last time about how the product was covered in foil things.
This is the peak hour for stoned teenagers buying shiny things.
Whoa! It's a living mirror!
And that included the old Ursula card. And I'm just really sad that at the very least they didn't make Jafar foil like Ursula was. That just feels a bit inconsistent. But anyway, overall, you definitely feel like you get more your money's worth with the sturdy box and everything that I mentioned. So definitely, except for the foil missing, just an incredible upgrade compared to last year. Now, how's the gameplay and contents? Let's first discuss the decks. So it includes a couple of pretty powerful decks, just like before. You have a metal and yellow deck featuring Bolt, and then you have a purple and a blue deck featuring Elsa, right? So this time, the way that they spiced up the formula is they created this special type of card for Jafar, which are these obstacles. So they're basically locations, except that Jafar doesn't move characters to locations. They simply serve as a way for you not to be able to steal the crown. So the way that you win here, just like last time, you need to collect your 20 lore like you would in multiplayer, but you also need to have 20 lore while controlling the reforged crown, and you do that by exerting a character and gaining control of it. Now, you're not allowed to do that while Jafar controls a location. So he has multiple locations in the deck that he'll put in front of you, and you have to attack the locations. And he also has cards like the Palace Guard, for example, that'll allow him to steal the crown back from you in case you steal it. So one immediate thing that you'll start noticing as soon as you play this is that now combat matters a whole lot more compared to Ursula's deck. In Ursula's encounter, it pretty much was a lore rush. So you just play a bunch of characters and you start accumulating lore as much as possible. There were a couple times where you could attack Ursula's characters tactically, but most of the time it didn't make sense, and you simply wanted to focus on rushing as many characters as you could and accumulating lore while playing the occasional card to get rid of some of her items, and maybe some control cards like direct damage to characters or banishing characters directly. So a couple utility cards came in handy, but for the most part, you really needed to make your deck able to, accumulate lore and flood the board to some extent as much as possible. That's how you won with Ursula. But here you can't just rush lore. You have to also be able to attack to get rid of those locations. So it really adds a lot more nuance. So I am happy that they were able to shake up the formula, because Jafar definitely is much more nuanced, and the way that he also plays his deck, it doesn't feel as swingy as Ursula. He is brutal, he is difficult, but not swingy. Ursula just felt swingy at times, really. It was still fun, and I enjoyed my time, and I still could go back and play Ursula for sure. But Jafar, he's still pretty brutal, just not as swingy as Ursula. And some of the ways in which when I played against Jafar, the way that he would come back, like I would gain control of the crown and wipe his board and everything, and then he would play and he would take the crown back and play like 3 characters and wipe my board. It's a bit crazy how he did that sometimes, but it just brought a smile to my face how he came back with some of the stunts that he pulled with the combination of cards and stealing the crown back from me. It's pretty nuts how he trances you sometimes. And the difficulty felt pretty on point. If you play on easy, you should be able to enjoy playing precon decks. I played about 8 different precon decks. I have all precon decks up until the 6th set. So I didn't try all of them, but I tried various from across many sets, including the very first set, and I was able to enjoy myself with just the easy difficulty. Normal difficulty is going to be pretty brutal, so I don't recommend it with a precon deck. As soon as you go to normal or higher difficulty, your deck needs to be tailored for this. And from what I noticed, having a high being able to play many characters early on so that you can start attacking the locations is important. Having many characters with the support ability will be really important so that you can quest while also boosting your characters. That really will go a long way for you to be able to attack the locations. And I could not win in hard difficulty with any of the decks that I have, including the more powerful decks that are included here, or Ursula's, the decks that are included with Ursula. I could not win at hard difficulty because when you play in hard difficulty, the locations gain, the obstacles, they gain resist 1, so all their damage is reduced by 1, and man, that is a crazy boost that Jafar gets. So you have to deck build for that specifically. So if you have a large collection, that can be fun, but I don't have like a deck building pool per se. I have precon decks and I like keeping my precons together. And for normal, you definitely will need a bit of luck on your side so that Jafar doesn't completely wipe your board at the worst possible time in order to win. I did win in normal a couple times, but yeah, with Ursula, I could win in normal. I could win regularly with pretty much any precon deck, like a 50-50 ratio, I would say. And hard, it was difficult. So yeah, she definitely won more often on hard, even with pretty much any precon I tried. But yeah, normal here, it's definitely normal. If you're just piloting a precon deck, it'll feel pretty difficult still, even with these more powerful precons that are included with the Illumineer's Quest boxes. And finally, I want to comment on these decks. So I feel that when playing solo, these decks are not as robust against Jafar specifically. They're fun, don't get me wrong, but when playing against Jafar, in my experience, they didn't. Some of the cards felt like dead weight. Honestly, I think that these decks are more designed to be played together as like 2 players. So if I was playing solo, there's tons of cards that I would remove here because I had some dead turns where. These decks have some cards that are meant to synergize with each other. So you'll have fun in normal and in easy, and in normal you're gonna struggle a bit. These will be better than your average precon deck for sure. But I think that I felt that these decks were designed to be played together. If you play pure solo in normal, you may win, but it's still gonna be a bit of a struggle. So easy is going to be the way to go. But at least it'll keep the challenge interesting. With normal, I think it's, Jafar has a bit of the edge, but I would say it's like a 60-40 ratio of him winning versus you with precons if you pilot them well. But yeah, all in all, folks, I am really, really happy with this product, and I really can't wait for them to make more. I just eat up this type of product, and I appreciate Jafar being a bit more, definitely not a bit, a lot more nuanced than Ursula, because you have to approach him different than her, and I'm happy that they made combat make sense in this system, because with Ursula it just didn't make sense to attack 90% of the time, but here attacking matters a lot more. So I really like that, and it makes him stand out versus Ursula. And of course, the set is gorgeous. Love the presentation, the illustration, the components. I miss the foil, but I already talked about that. But yeah, I highly recommend this if you enjoy this type of product. And again, this is coming from someone who I don't really care for the Disney IP. I just love solid TCG gameplay, and this has a Magic the Gathering vibe that I love. So it kind of offers that in a soloable way. So I just eat it up. So please, Ravensburger, keep making this product, keep pumping them out. And I hope that you increase the frequency to more than once a year, because I could easily buy this like quarterly or every 6 months or something. So I hope it sells well. If you like this type of product, support it, because I just want to see more of it. All right, but I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, go ahead and put them in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Where have I seen this before?
これも得意の目くらましか。一つ一つ確かめるのも面倒だ。流星剣。本物はあれだ。